Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on, folks? And everybody in between. Welcome to the D-constructing Topic podcast. My name is David, and I'm your host of this wonderful, legendary podcast. And today, don't mind me. I came from a little so-called jogging. In a sense, I'm like, you know what? Let me get my creative juices, and I'm like, let me, you know, do a little run, get something. And I'm like, you know what? I could just be like, all right, just clean myself. I'm a little bit with some grass here because things about to get just a little bit emotional. I just needed something to get out of my chest in regards to the Destiny 2 situation. And once again, for those who are joining in, welcome to the Deconstructing Topic podcast. Today, we got a definitely good one. For those people out there that know me personally, and for those people who have been following my channel and might not know me personally, hey, if you're listening to me, by all means, you know what? You're family. And one of the things that I have said before, it's my enjoyment or me enjoying video gaming as a little kind of form of entertainment. And I'm an OG dude. And when I say OG, I'm talking about NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Those are oh, yo, chill, relax, David. Relax, my boy. But you already know PlayStation and perhaps the greatest console of all time, PlayStation 2. Hey, and I'm a Microsoft Xbox dude playing currently on the Xbox Series X. Ooh, you already know we make it happen. And today I got like a little kind of ah little love letter and kind of love, love, whatever letter to Destiny 2. Hearing the news about June 9th being the last time that Bungie, the developer of the Destiny 2, will be like, hey, no much, no more content, no more whatever. Final update. So, Guardians, please bear with me because we might have a tier or two, maybe perhaps. And the reason why I'm doing this podcast is first and foremost for the people out there just like me who have enjoyed Destiny 2, who have enjoyed Destiny. But we're talking about Destiny 2, that, Destiny 2, hey, listen, it's more than just a game for some people. It's more than just words. It's more about the Guardians, the Ghosts, whatever it is. And look, listen, I'm not gonna try to go in details here because I'll be the first one to say Destiny 2 was created for players like me who just wanna log in and have some fun. Sometimes I did strikes, whatever, multiplayer match, all this good stuff, and just enjoyed it. And now I try to reel in some of my some of my buddies out there, but sadly, Destiny is not for everybody. I get it, but that's why I want to discuss this and a little disheartening, if you will, that Bungie's kind of decided to say, you know what, we got this new game marathon that might not be up to par, or it might not be at its best or whatever it is, but if we put some work here, perhaps that could be there, and then leave Destiny 2, because Destiny 2 is, again, it's an escape for people. It's a legacy. It's one of those games you got the Call of Duties. For the sports fan, you got the Mannings, the 2K Sports, and all that good stuff. For some people out there who, hey, listen, I get it. Battlefield, multiplayer, God of War for those single player people. We could go on and so forth. And Destiny 2 was that game. Hey, listen, I had a long day at work, 9 hours. You've been there. I've been there. We had a rough week. And what we do, like me, hey, listen, I'm a Mondays through Friday type of worker. And there are many weekends that I went and played my little Destiny 2. And I said to myself, wow, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself playing by myself. I was more of a, solo player. Did a couple of raids here and there, invited people in those, Destiny 2 forums. Hey, listen, you want to link up? I did play Destiny 2 on the PlayStation 4, but for the most part, Xbox, and Xbox. Hey, listen, I was a Sony dude. I'm not saying I'm never going to play a PlayStation again, but again, it's just to tell you how much I enjoy this game, that I was playing this game in two platforms. Let's go. But anyways, that's what's going on with Destiny. Being an OG, it kind of hurts. And, you know, and how can I say again? I have not played this game in quite a while because I just felt like, yes, the game was made and tailored for people to once that you win. But sadly, the game was started to become more like you're losing players. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say is this, in regards to Destiny. Destiny 2 primarily. And then, obviously, when the game started back in 2000, when it launched in 2017, I mean, it took a while to get traction. What they call the vanilla time. I mean, it was just like, what the hell? It sounds like, it was just so simple. But once, it started to kind of like kick in, like, hey, all right, what we got here? And again, and I want to kind of take you in that perspective of someone who's an OG from the Nintendo days. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there's those in the elders out there who have played Destiny. I forgot there was this dude, I believe it's something Grandpa. I seen him in Twitch playing Destiny 2. I'm just hoping that that's him. But shout out to him, and put in the work because look, when it comes to gaming, and I always explain to people, I know that people historically have said, "Oh, that's all you do is stay home and play video games." I'm just saying, no, I don't. I balance my life. But if I was to pick an entertainment while I'm home, that for me, and I know a lot of people that have done that. It's hey, listen, gaming. I could sit down and watch movies. I could sit down and do this. I could do this. I could do that. But you put in that work on gaming or whatever it is. But hey, listen, please hear me out. I do live a very balanced life. So relax out there. But if you're out there just living unbalanced, dedicating to Destiny 2 by all means, and this is where it kind of baffled me in regards to Bungie's decision. Because one can make the argument that, hey, listen, we kind of forgot, like what more can we do in Destiny 2? Creative juices, and we're gonna go from here to this game called Marathon. And I'm saying to myself, right? Valid, fair argument. But one can also, like, Destiny community, and then look, and then I've come across many streamers on Destiny when it comes to the people that show love to Destiny 2 and be there. I mean, there's some individuals that play this game hardcore. I know that Pecky TV out there doing the thing on the multiplayers or whatever it is. I came across Dado or something to that effect. I mean, these are people that put in work when it comes to the game in itself. You got some of the old school fellas playing King Gadiant or whatever his name is. Because I've, again, coming across the Destiny and coming across, no pun intended, Aztec Cross. It's an individual that I've, he was kind of like my go-to guy, or I'm living Destiny 2 off what he's telling me, what's the feedback, whatever it is. Hey, by all means. So shout out to those folks out there and Asher Cross and King Kalive and all that. And I could understand where these folks are coming in and feeling a certain way about, wait a minute. So, yes, Destiny 2 has been dying in a sense for quite a while, but you're gonna tell me, and again, I'm going back to the point that I was gonna make here, is that can you turn Destiny 2 into kind of a Call of Duty, uh, kind of like when it comes to the sport, John Madden and the Madden football and then the 2K, where look, if you look at those people, those games, they got this hardcore, um, I'm not gonna say hardcore, but very loyal fan base. Destiny at least could get 100,000 loyal players. So what does that mean? Every year you could come up with some type of model. Because even the people in the Madden community, 2K, Call of Duty, there's people that are gonna complain about the game is the same, so on. The only difference is the roster, whatever it is. But the fact that the game comes out and then once it comes out, they're throwing a little bit of content just to get people rolling, depending on what game modes it is, whatever it is on Call of Duty. But the fact is this, that the motto is every year they come out with something. And perhaps Destiny could have come out with something where it's kind of like a season, like a sports season in a sense that you come out with some content. Whether the content is good or not, the fact that there are players who, especially if you're a lawyer, especially those in the Destiny 2 community, they'll play the game. They'll stay loyal because it's better to have content than no content. And just throw it, even if it's garbage content. I know that in the multiplayer, we've seen some stuff. I was one that I enjoy the multiplayer, but, you start playing the same thing and the same maps and the same modes. And, you just got a handful of modes, especially me. Hey, listen, I'm Dolo Dolo. When I say Dolo Dolo means I'm playing solo. But the fact that just add something, just mess with it. And then you would have these fans, because the fact is this. You're going to tell me, and look, with all respect to these developers, some of these folks, they work hard. They get the top dollars or whatever the case might be. They get some dollars or whatever it is. But they, sit there and say, you know what, let me listen to what the Destiny 2 fans want. And many of them have said content, content, content. I mean, good storylines. I mean, I remember the last time I put a lot of work, with all due respect, was during the Witch Queen and all that good stuff. The Light 4 thing, yeah, that made, I just went to this map, I mean, this world, and there was this, tall dude and some other dude, and a tall dude was kind of corny. I forgot what's the name of them people. Very glowy, whatever it is, and their surfboards. I'm like, again, I'm gonna say is this. I'm a hardcore casual Destiny 2 fan. Oh, I was. We honest. Again, I'm just gonna be straight up here. But I just felt like I needed to say something about Destiny 2 because again, if this game somewhere, there's something. There's something. The fans would just stay there. And you would have a kind of a motto of Call of Duty that, again, even in Call of Duty, you could crap on Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty. I'm more like a Battlefield type of person, you know what I'm saying? Because I came from the OG, I came from the old school. I did say PS2, the greatest console of all time. I did say that, right? But the fact is this, that PS2 in itself, there was a game called SOCOM. So, so you get the gist. I'm more like a hands-on, boots on the ground type of deal. And Destiny 2 could have been something where you have this model that people come back every year, like a season, like a something. I know people say, well, David, they had seasonal package, whatever, expansion, so on and so forth. But again, there's something that comes to where you can create something small but different. You don't have to go all crazy and tell people, hey, well, if you want to play the latest and the greatest, you got to spend an expansion for $30. That's what, every year. I know that the consensus was that, oh, well, you could be spending $60 on Call of Duty every year. But again, if you look at Call of Duty, the maps, all that, again, even if I'm not a big fan of the Call of Duty like that anymore, but the fact that people went back because there was something. There was something. You know what I'm saying? There was something. Yes, I commend the expansion and the campaign and whatever, but what came more after that? What, more strikes, perhaps, more raids, sure. Shout out to the raid plays out there, my Guardians. More of this, more multiplayer maps. I mean, I guess the multiplayer map, somebody forgot to keep that going. I had fun on multiplayer. The fact that Destiny, wherever you go, there's always this reward. There's always this thing to do. There's always something came out of it. The storyline, for the most part, top notch. The characters, top notch. People ask me which my favorite characters and so on. What was it? The Grifter? All right. Here's the gift. Playing the that mode, whatever it is. I'm sorry. Hey, listen. It's on my mind. I don't want people to be like, is this guy just jumping on the bandwagon talking about Destiny 2? No. Just trust me. I got people that will vouch for me that, hey, I was putting work on Destiny 2. A lot of work. Because it was my go-to game. It was my escape. Like, nothing matters to me. Whatever issues I had in life, Destiny was that word. Like, you played the sounds, the orchestra, the music, all that, the storyline. The fact that Destiny 2 was one of those few games that whichever the character is, what they call the NPCs, you relate. You want to talk to them. But okay, that's what happened when you was what, and your sister what, and your brother what, and your father this what, and that person became a queen, and did I'm just saying, Sabadoon, all that, all that. Gambit, that's the move for the grifter. The grifter? Yes. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna flip a coin and maybe you already know. But the fact is this: Destiny had a charm to it, that you like on, and for some reason, and this is just me. I'm in New York. You know what I mean, New York City, and for some reason, when it's fall time, I get this sense of Destiny because to me, autumn is the most vibrant. How can I say the most vibrant season to me, with the colors of the leaves falling and all that good stuff. And to me, it was like Destiny was just this vibrant game that behind it there's gonna be a dark story with this the story behind the light, the dark, your goals. What's his name? The guy that got killed, Clyde 6, whatever, K6 or whatever the case might be. That was a sad story. I think he comes back. I don't know. I know there was something going on. And again, this is just me. That's in a nutshell that sadly, when I started to kind of break apart a little bit, in between playing the game, because, I get caught up with all the games, obviously. When I come back to Destiny, it's a little bit overwhelming. And I think that's one of the things that I always remember with Destiny, that it was hard for new players to come in. Because the other thing too is that, the Destiny 2, for the most part, there's certain parts that became free. But in order to play Destiny, it became like, well, you still got to spend money on these expansion and so on and so forth. See, they never got that right. Destiny, to me, and again, I could get it because I think the other game that a lot of people play that kind of compare Destiny, and another beautiful game and crazy. It's a free game, which is Warframe, but it's still a thing compared to Destiny 2. I'm just saying. But the fact that, a game like Warframe, people get overwhelming. But once you start getting the mechanics of this and what's the concept, then you could understand. My understanding that Destiny was not that type of game. And even me, as someone who understands Destiny and played Destiny for so much, that when I log on to Destiny, you'll be like, oh, you get a little bit overwhelmed. Destiny's a beautiful game. Destiny 2 was a beautiful game. But just like Astro Cross that the other day, he's like, and I think that he did the video that kind of gave people the hope that perhaps maybe it's all rules, and then when you log on to June 9th, you get a logo that says D3. So that'll be funny. That'll be crazy. That'll be one of the best marketing thing because you kind of get in a sense of a lot of these voice actors that coming up. That with the that voice some of the characters on Destiny 2 talking about all in unison about this, that, and that, and that, and that, you'd be like, but I don't want to give myself a lot of hope. No, I would give other players hope. It is what it is. If this is the end of Destiny 2, then it's the end of Destiny 2. Would I try to join the bandwagon on June 9th, for the first time in months to play Destiny 2? Why not? Why not? Let me log on there and do a little bit of thing. I don't know. I say why not? Again, I did enjoy Destiny 2. It is this podcast in itself, it's a little bit of, how can I say? It's a little love letter. At the same time, it's not. It's kind of like disappointing, sincerely disappointment. Am I a little bit disappointed to the way this game is going to whatever it is? Absolutely. Because even if eventually I wanted to go back to Destiny 2, but there was something that when you log on, you felt like it. You felt like the passion was not there. You felt like that. You hear some of these developers in Bungie and just you could tell that, damn, they doing something different. And when Marathon came out, you felt that it was something different. And I could see, okay, you guys put more work on this. I get it. I get it. I get it. But always remember who put you on the map, Bungie. Now, yes, you could go back to Halo. For those people out there, they created the Halo games all the way to my understanding, Halo 3 and Breach, whatever it is. But your brainchild was Destiny 2, even from the day of Halos. Imagine this. What an irony. And what a sad way. This is how life comes. You're doing the Halo, and you lost the passion for it because you wanted to create Destiny. And historically, what you do, you created your brainchild, your beautiful child of Destiny, Destiny 1, Destiny 2, and you lose love for it, and then you create Marathon. Now, Destiny got you where you are. Don't forget that, Bungie. Do not forget that. Hopefully, Marathon will work out that, you'll get some money to perhaps decide to make a Halo Destiny 3. But anyways, my folks, feel free to hit the like button, which I did not say that. I just was running on some adrenaline and some emotions here to make this beautiful podcast. Once again, the D-constructing Topics podcast. Follow my YouTube. I'm all over the Spotify, Apples, and all that good stuff. Shout out to Astrocross, King Goliath, Dado, and all those players out there that put in the work, still put in the work, and still talking about Destiny. Because, hey, listen, it's hard. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. All right, let's make it happen. And I'm out of here. Peace. Take care. Hey, stay vigilant, my guardians. Stay legendary, my guardians. Let's go.